Welcome back. In this session, we tackle a concept that quietly transforms your day-to-day experience with Claude Code. That's called memory. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how Claude remembers things, what to put in a memory file, and why getting this right is the difference between a generic AI and the one that genuinely understands your work. Let's go. Here is the friction every Claude user feels. Every fresh conversation starts as a stranger. You spend the first 3 minutes re-explaining your role, your stack, your conventions, your preferences. Then tomorrow, same thing. By the end of week 1, you are tired of repeating yourself. There is a fix for this, and it's the most underrated feature in Claude Code. Memory in Claude Code is delightfully simple. It's a file that Claude reads automatically every single time it starts. You write down the things that should be true forever. Your role, your stack, your team's conventions, your preferences, and Claude treats them as a ground truth. The file is Claude.md. It's a plain markdown file. And once you have one, your AI assistant feels like it actually knows you. Now, there are two levels of memory, and the distinction between them matters. User level memory, which lives at in your home directory .claude/claude.md. It's loaded in every project on every machine you sync. This is where you write things about you, your role, how you communicate, your decision making principles. And then there is a second level of memory called project level memory, which lives at the root of the repository of your project. It's loaded when you're working for that particular project, and it gets checked into Git repository so the whole team benefits. This is where you write things about the project, the stack, conventions, build commands, and repository gotchas. Here is how a user level memory looks like in practice. You declare who you are. You describe how you want Claude to communicate with you, direct bullet points with owners and deadlines for messages. You list your decision making principles, the values you want every recommendation to reflect. Notice, none of this is project specific. It's all about you. And now this is what a project memory looks like. It contains the stack details. For example, if your project uses Java, Gradle, and Postgres, you should mention it there. The exact build and test commands, Docker flags, team conventions, and gotchas. The first time someone joins your team, this file pays for itself in the first hour. Now let's look at a small feature with a big payoff. For example, mid-session when you correct Claude or share a preference you want to last, start the message with a hash sign. Claude takes that line and appends it to your Claude.md, so it becomes part of every future session. Watch what that means in practice. You type hash, the repository name, and for example, let's say use pnpm, never use npm, Claude adds that to your memory the next time the session starts, and the one after that, and forever. Claude already knows your conventions that it recently learned. You never have to stop and edit a file. You just spin the rule and keep moving. This is the way the memory compounds. Now, here's the elegant part. These memories don't replace each other, they layer on top of each other. User memory plus project memory equals a Claude that knows both you and the repository. Working in your data platform repo, Claude knows you're a senior engineer who values reliability and that this code base uses, for example, Postgres database and it never mocks the database. Switch to a different repository, same you but different project memory. Let's look at some quick rules for keeping memory healthy. Keep it short. Claude reads the whole thing every session, so brevity counts. State things as rules, not storage. Update it when conventions change. Check the theme Claude.md into a Git repository so everyone benefits. Don't paste full documentation. Just add a link to it. Don't repeat what's already obvious from the code. Don't add ephemeral notes about today's task. That thing may belong in the plan, not in a memory. And absolutely never store secrets in memory file. Now let's do a recap. Three things to remember about Claude memory. First one is it lives in Claude.md file. It's auto-loaded every session. Second, there are two levels. One is the user level, that is for you. Second one is the project level for the team. These memories layer on top of each other. The third one is Claude builds its own memory too. The more you correct it, the smarter it gets. Set up your Claude.md once and your future self will thank you 1,000 times. In our next session, we'll step outside the code base. We'll look at the MCP protocol, the universal connector that lets Claude talk to external systems, for example, GitHub, Slack, Jira, your database, and just about everything else. See you there.